Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today, now I'm going to be talking about the third week in July. And you guys have been hearing me talk about this week forever. Actually, the last 2 weeks, but this is where I think it's going to get really, really intense. So what I'm doing is I'm looking at the chart or where the planets are in the sky every day relative to where the moon is. This is how we can really track what the people, the masses of people, the public are thinking and feeling. Therefore, it really does help us predict events in the world. So with this, I am looking at July 15th. This is a Tuesday. Tuesdays are really intense. They're ruled by Mars. A lot of intense things happen on Tuesdays because of that. As a matter of fact, September 11th was a Tuesday. I always think about that. Now, Mars is within 3 degrees of Ketu, so this is the week. It's getting intense, and right now, look out. Things are heating up. People are angry. Things are getting crazy. Now, the moon today is in Aquarius all the way till, and remember I'm talking about Central Daylight Time, Central Time Zone. We're on Daylight Savings Time. The moon will be in Aquarius till about 2 p.m. Central Time Zone. So adjust your clock, adjust your time to when it's 2 p.m. Central Time. Whatever time it is for you is what time this is happening. So the moon changes signs into Pisces, and the moon from Aquarius to Pisces is intense. Aquarius, it was, let me just say, the whole day though, it will be in the nakshatra Purva Bhadrapada. And Purva Bhadrapada is the nakshatra that can deal with the man with two faces or the visionary that sees the future. What is it? Probably a little bit of both. That's what I'll say. So be careful the people you come in contact with. Now, with this moon being here, it's approaching the Saturn-Neptune. So be aware that this is a day that the truth can become unveiled. People can really start, well, it's heavy though. It's not like, oh good, people are seeing the truth. Oh no, people are seeing the truth is more like what it's about. And it's not easy. People are waking up and it's difficult. Purva Bhadrapada can mean a deception as well. And Neptune's deception, a lot of deception. So another thing is that Jupiter's Sun are in the 4th house from the moon. This is actually good for real estate, getting some deals with real estate if that's your interest. Now Venus is in the 3rd house from the moon, and this is good. Well, it's good for coming together with communications. I'm not going to say it's good for travel, because even though Venus is a benefic, everything else is saying stay low. Don't be going to crowded places. I'm going to say this whole week, please lay low and just take care of yourself. You'll be fine. It's just don't be doing things risky, especially with Mars Ketu coming together. It's just everything is heating up in the world. There's craziness. People are being completely irrational, but during the time the moon's coming together with Saturn, people are depressed. There's a heaviness going on. And the Mars Ketu are in the 6th house from the moon, which can actually mean accidents. And yeah, it's not a good time health-wise. It's like, take care of yourself. Don't be impulsive or impatient during this time. That's what I'll say. Now, let's go to Wednesday, July 16th. And on this day, the moon is still in Pisces the whole day, and it's going to go into the nakshatra called Uttara Bhadrapada. Uttara Bhadrapada, and I should have mentioned that the first part of this nakshatra, which is Purva Bhadrapada, which is where the moon was yesterday. Yes. Let me see. Yes, it was in Purva Bhadrapada yesterday. And I mentioned that it is a man with two faces, but now it's in Uttara Bhadrapada, which Purva is the front end of a funeral cot, which is, you know, when you're carrying the coffin, in other words. And Uttara Bhadrapada is said to be the back end of the funeral cot. So this deals with death, both of these. So I don't like the moon being here in Pisces and Mars, Ketu, being in the 6th house from the moon, representing accidents and those type of problems. So please be aware that things are heating up intensely around the world. Even though Jupiter is all by itself in Gemini, which is actually a good day for real estate, and with Venus actually being in Taurus in the 3rd, it's a good day for you to be creative. Write, express yourself. It's wonderful for that. So stay home, stay away from crowds and be more creative. You could spend time with your brothers or sisters or communicate with them. This is the 3rd house. But it's intense. I don't like this at all. And yes, things are just not calm. Okay, so let's go to July 17th. And July 17th, we are looking at the moon being in the last degree of Pisces. This is a Thursday, by the way. And while it's in Pisces, the last degrees, it will be there, let's see, till 6 p.m. Central Time. Then the moon will move into Aries. Adjust your time. If it's 6 o'clock Central Time, where I am in Dallas, then when the moon changes signs, it will be 7 o'clock in Eastern Time. And if you're in California, it'll be 2 hours earlier. Okay, so what is that? 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Okay, so adjust. Know that that's the time, your time, because it's the same time all around the world when these things happen, just it's different times on your clock. All right, so looking at this, the moon goes into Aries, but it was in Taurus. It's in Pisces, most of the day. And while it's in Pisces, it will be Gandanta, and that is before 6 p.m. So Gandanta means people are out of control, people are not behaving properly, they're too emotional, and they're crazy. I'll put it simply, people are acting irrational, okay? And it's probably that we've got Mars almost exactly on Ketu. When we have these exact conjunctions, it is a week around that time that things could happen and fall out. So we are in very dangerous times. Be cautious. Now, from the moon being the last degrees of Pisces, just remember it is a good time for writing, doing things creatively, because Venus is in the 3rd, but the Sun and Mercury are in the 5th, so it's a great time for self-expression, being creative, getting things done like that. It's not a good time to go work out too strenuously. Remember, it's a time where you're more accident prone. All right, so now let us move to an hour later, so it's my 6 p.m. When the moon goes into Aries, everything kind of changes, and that's 6 p.m. Central Time. The moon in Aries means people start to move faster, get more impatient, more irrational too, because it's still Gandanta and early fire. But we have Venus in the second house from the moon. It is actually a good time to buy expensive things, believe it or not. And, you know, maybe prices will go down with all the insanity happening. Jupiter's in the third house. It is a good time for expressing yourself, being more creative. And with Saturn, Neptune in the 12th, some things can come out from the past that you didn't expect or know about. And it's also a difficult time for sleeping. Now, the moon is going to be in the nakshatra Ashwini, and Ashwini means fast movement and travel. So it is ruled by Ketu. It is a tough nakshatra, but it is known to deal with healing. So, you know, hopefully this can deal with healing some of the insanity that's going on right now in the world. Okay. Now let's go to the next day, which will be July 18th. It's a Friday. And on this day, we have Mars, almost exactly with Ketu. Anything could blow today, or really this whole week. Anything dealing with violence, anger, hostility, and war. Doesn't look good. It's a crazy time on this planet. So, with this, Mars and Ketu go to the 5th house, and this can agitate the mind. The 5th house deals with our mind, our thinking. But Jupiter is in the 3rd house. So, like I said, it is a good time for being expressive, creative, writing. Jupiter is in the sign of writing. It's in Gemini, so that's a good thing. And Venus being in the 2nd house, it's a good day to work with your finances, to look to balance the books, things of that nature. But pretty much I'm telling people, don't be going out to crowded places. This is difficult. It's still, with the moon being in Aries, things are moving fast. The moon is still in Ashwini till 4 p.m. Central Time Zone. So 4 p.m. we have the moon will be in the nakshatra Bharani. Bharani is a tough nakshatra too. It actually deals with new beginnings and birthing things. The moon is in Bharani, but it's in Aries, which means fast action, getting things done. But it's still a really difficult, crazy nakshatra. It's like the birth of something, but the pain you have to go through to get to the other side. That's what's going on right now. It is intense. That's all I have to say. Saturn, Neptune in the 12th. It's hard to sleep at night. I think everybody feels it. Everyone's worried. It's a tough time in the world. People are anxious, especially with the moon here. So on this day, Mercury turns retrograde at 21 degrees of Cancer. And this means confusion. This means people change their mind today. So don't be doing any business negotiations or signing of contracts, because I'm telling you, people will change their minds. This is not the day that you want to set up your meetings. And I'm telling you, a lot of people are going to be so totally confused. And this represents a lot of outages, electrical outages, as well as problems with computers. So this is not a day for travel. Please stay home and rest. Otherwise, you might be stuck in airports with so much confusion, you'll wish you never went. And people are so disconnected with Mercury going retrograde, especially in Cancer. People are so much more emotional. Mercury is with the moon. People are over the top with their emotions. This is craziness at its highest level. Let's go to Saturday, July 19th, and we're on it. The Mars Ketu are within a degree. Remember what I say about Mars Ketu. They are about terrorism. Mars is violence, Ketu is likened to Mars. Put them together, it's attack. So I hope I'm wrong, but I know this. People will be feeling it. I don't care if there is an event happening in the world. People are angry, they're upset, and they're feeling it with Mars together with Ketu. This is the aspect of violence, so be aware. Venus in the second house from the moon is good with money, finances. Jupiter in the third, yeah. It's a good day to express and write. Sit down, journal. That's what this day is actually good for. Journal your feelings. Get it out. What you're feeling. Don't hold it in. It's going to bottle up and explode. And the moon will be in Kritika. It will be in Kritika. Let's see. Yeah, it will change into Kritika by around 3 p.m. out of Bharani. And Kritika is a sharp nakshatra. Symbol is a knife, and it cuts to the chase, gets to the core, gets to the bottom of things. Kritika, I mean, it is a harsh nakshatra. And with Mars on top of Ketu right now, get ready. It's a crazy time on planet Earth. Now let me move this day forward to the day that Mars and Ketu become exact. So Mars, Ketu are exact at 25 degrees. And I'm looking at, this brings up something. I remember the president, or the prime minister, excuse me, of Canada has planets right here. So I'm going to predict here, Canada is under stress and pressure. There can be some blow-ups and things happening in Canada, because I just remembered his chart. Now, of course, if there's any country or world leader that has these degrees, look out. That's when things happen. So the moon today actually is not so bad. It goes into Rohini, but it is going to cross over Uranus, which means sudden unexpected events today. But it is in Taurus, and that's a gentler sign. And actually, the moon likes to be in Rohini, so there are some graces of God here going on, I hope. And Jupiter in the second house, hey, it's a good time for financial investments. It really is. So it's like what I say, if the stock market is falling, it's an opportunity. But a lot of us don't have the money to invest in it. So just lay low and pay attention to opportunities that you could make money with. Now, looking at this, Mars and Ketu are in the fourth house from the moon. That does not look good. That's the homeland. And what I keep expecting but not wanting are an attack on the homeland. Hey, it depends on where you are, but I'm looking at this from the United States. So the world is angry, full of violence, and people are reacting. Let me put it all this way. Saturn, Neptune are in the 11th house. People are not connecting with each other. People feel alienated with each other. This is a tough, tough time. Okay, and if personally, it is a time to check on your mom if she's still alive. It could mean some accidents or she's not happy. Could mean an argument too, so be careful with that. And around your house, there could be some disruption or things breaking down with this going on. And maybe something like blow-ups in your house, things like that. Be aware. So this covers the 3rd week of July. So what I want to say is, if this inspired you in any way to learn more about astrology, my class is starting, and that will be August 6th, universityofvedicastrology.com. Look at that. And if you want to apply all this more to your own personal chart, you're going to want to check out my Galactic Planner, because it does exactly what I'm doing here, but for you personally, and it gives you every day, just as I'm doing. So that's galacticplanner.com. And sign up for my free newsletter. Get all of my predictions delivered to your email. Go to galacticcenter.org, as well as become part of my Patreon and be part of our spiritual community. So with that, that concludes this 3rd crazy month of July. Thank you.